New Yugioh, I see what you did there.
YugiNoNo!
King prepare! Alright guys, welcome to the 20,000 subscriber Q&A video. In this video, I'm gonna answer as many questions as I can. A lot of the questions were the same, so duplicates I'm just gonna leave out. And if you don't see your question appear, just don't hate me. So starting off with Sonic King, and he asks, why do you say dick slap the like button? Well, I think it's because I know my audience. For question, what do you think of Link summoning? Will it be the end of Cyber Dragons? I've been wondering that second part of the question myself. Cyber Dragons might not be completely dead because they can still do like the Jizukiru play for Chimera Tech, so I mean, that's still a really good play, but for the most part, yeah, they're probably gonna be dead. I mean, you still can technically power bond for Rampage Dragon, which is good, but I mean, the power bond build is not as good as like the rank 5 build. Mojo Gaming asks, oh Skit, what up? Okay, what are some archetypes that you think need support? I want my gladiator beasts in all caps with exclamation points. I really want evil swarms to get support, but that's just me. Zane Truesdale himself asks, for the Q&A, what products do you use for your hair? Which shampoo and conditioner and oil? What is the cleaning routine? I just wash it, man. Toilet Paper Fan asks, who misses Pepe here?
Only you.
Neon Duelist asks, hey YugiNoNo, what was your favorite decent deck? Mine was actually Cyber Dragons, and Cyber Dragons still are the only good deck I have. Well, I do love me some Cyber Dragons, but I think the first truly decent deck that I had was Zombies. I started playing Zombies after Beals came out, and the whole goal of the deck was to turbo Beals on the field because he couldn't be destroyed by battle or card effects, and at that point in time that he came out, it was pretty damn good. Get a haircut and shave your beard for 20,000 for the new image of YugiNoNo. YugiNoNo, what is your favorite engine in Yu-Gi-Oh? Actually, it was the Summoner Monk to Armageddon Knight, Toss Mally, overlay for Lavalval Chain, Toss Plague Spreader, like I played in Zombies back in the day. Man, I really miss Lavalval Chain. That card was so much fun. Jackie Chin asks, are you playing Zodiac? Hell no. Storm Leaves asks, what did your first deck look like? Oh god. It was a mix between everything. It had like Dark Blades in there, it had Red Eyes Black Dragon in there, it had Blue Eyes Shining in there randomly, just cards that I thought were cool that were just thrown together. That's what my deck was. And that was when I was, what, 10 or 11 years old? Edwin Van Cleef asks, how far would you go to participate in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament? Not very far. I barely even go to locals, man. I just don't play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh in the way that I used to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh. Ali Joffrey asks, is YouTube your official job or do you work as something else? Asking this because your collection is too good to be made of YouTube money. You're right about that. No, YouTube is not my official job. Well, it is right now, technically, because I did recently get laid off from HP. I worked at HP for 4 years and then they had a huge workforce reduction, laid, I mean, thousands and thousands of people off, and my department basically got completely closed off. And I could talk about all that bullshit for a long time, but long story short, I'm a Microsoft engineer, but finding that same equivalent job for me in this area is really hard. So to occupy my time lately, I've been ramping up on the Yu-Gi-Oh videos, which a lot of you seem to like, and I really like making them. And if you guys want to support the channel, then I actually have a Patreon link down in the comment section. Donations will go to not only pay my bills, but to upgrade my sound equipment so I can start live streaming on Twitch, because that is always really fun. But anyways, moving on here, Dimitri Alexandru asks, I've been subbed since 10k subs, and I love your videos. Thanks, man. But one question, who is Jason and what does he do now? Jason Games is a guy, one of my best friends that I used to do videos with way back in the day. He ended up quitting Yu-Gi-Oh! And then moving to Indiana, but he visited a couple months ago and we recorded the Nothing But Mills music video, which we actually wrote years ago. And now he lives in Las Vegas and he actually makes League of Legends videos. And I'll have the link to his channel down in the comment section. Michael Keeley asks, what would you do if Konami decided to scrap Yu-Gi-Oh! Altogether and not make any more product? The same thing I'm doing right now where I just play a lot of GOAT format. Bruce Wayne asks, can you touch me? Hugo says, congrats senpai, so what program do you use to edit? I actually use Adobe Premiere. Manuel Barboza asks, are you going to be at the April 1st, 2017 Tulsa Regional? I seen you last time, but was chicken shit. Because I'm just so threatening, I guess, to ask for a duel, but that was Necros format ago. Wow, that was a while ago, and I've been to a few Tulsa Regionals since then. But yeah, if that is the date for the next Tulsa Regional, I will probably be there. Illusionary Arts asks, do you have a channel where I can watch your comedy shows? You mean this one? X Chaotic Storm asks, how long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Series so far? I played when I was like 10 or 11. until I was probably about 12 years old or something like that. Then I quit until actually after high school. I didn't get into Yu-Gi-Oh again until after high school, and it was just a total, it was culture shock is what it was, because I still thought the Blue Eyes White Dragon was still the biggest, baddest card around. And then I, start playing again, and I'm like, what the fuck is this Stardust Dragon, and why is it kicking my ass? So technically, in total, I've probably only played for like, 6 or 7 years. And my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series will always be the original. Believe it or not, I might like Waking the Dragons the best, but I do love Battle City and the first season, because Pegasus to me is my favorite villain. And I've loved Toons ever since I saw Pegasus play them on the show when I was a kid. Barefoot Dragon says, I hope I get to meet up with Daddy Nono. Kinky. Anyways, my questions are, what is the deck you've had the most fun playing, and which deck has wrecked you the most? Oh my gosh. What's really weird is I got wrecked the worst probably by Monarchs at Lenexa Regional. I actually ended up dropping because I just wasn't seeing my ops to domain and all that, and it was just horrible. And I was playing what? Pepe or Pepe Magician at the time, whatever was out. I remember I was playing Pendulums. And then I actually switched to Monarchs, and I've always loved playing the deck ever since then, and I still actually play it. But I think I might have the very most fun playing Cyber Dragons, of course. DSADFS asks, who are your favorite Yugi-tubers? I'm excluding my bias towards my friends. My favorites are Yugimation and of course Galactica. YugiNoNo, the type of dude to call joints doobies. I guess because of the hair. Certain something Yugioh asks, serious question, can I slap the like button with the traditional mouse cursor slap and subscribe? No, you have to dick slap the video. That's what everyone else has done since I started the channel. You're no different. Fuck Ukes, whatever name that is, says, hey, for Q&A, what do you prefer playing, today's format or GOAT format? GOAT format. Dev Gaming asks, when did you start playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and what was your first ever holo? I think my first ever holo might have been Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. And I thought that that was the coolest thing in the world, and like I said before, I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh when I was like 11 years old. Lord as mods. For the Q&A video, who would you like to go out most or be real, assuming you have no girlfriend, and why? Why would you assume I have no girlfriend? Babe, we're still together, right?
I guess.
See? Silo Duty asks, will you ever re-upload the older videos? Yes! Actually, if you look in my featured channels right now, I have started the YugiNoNo Archives channel. I just haven't uploaded any content to it yet, but I will be getting to that this week. Russell My Jimus asks, can you mail me a lock of your hair? My address is, I'm just gonna blur that out in case that is this real address. You're fucking creepy. Obi-Wan Kenobi himself asked for Q&A, how did you get into Cyber Dragons? Actually, there's no mystical story as to, how I got into Cyber Dragons. I actually just bought the structure decks and liked the structure decks. From Jim the Derpy Gamer, this is for your Q&A because I have in the past, when playing against someone, have they ever tried to cheat you at a locals or regionals? I know you probably won't answer this question, but it would be cool if you did. Thanks anyways. Oh, so have I been cheated? If I've been cheated, I actually do not know about it. Zach Watts, congrats on 20K. Been with you since you made videos with Jason and love the content. Now, have you ever had an insane NLG play in your tournaments regional that you can remember? Also, my dick hurts. I am not responsible for any damages from you dick slapping the like button. You do that at your own free will, even though I tell you to do it. Oh yeah, back in Necros format, man, I used to love making Lavabo Chain and doing like what the +2 or +3 move, whatever it was with Valkyris at the time. I did that like all day at a regionals one time. I just kept drawing into it and I was just like, this is the tits. Reckless Mayhem, we need your opinion on the new Link mechanic and rules. Say no more. Can you do an intro to GOAT format video? Bam! Done! From Sinister Memphis, YugiNoNo, you have been a big inspiration to me to keep on playing the game. Cool. And to try and start a YouTube channel. Awesome. For your Q&A video, I have 2 questions. What advice do you have for any new Yugi-tubers starting a channel for video topics? And what do you think of the new Dino and Ancient Gear decks coming out? The Dinosaur support actually looks really promising. I'm not sure about the Ancient Gear stuff. For video topics, a good way to start off is just doing deck profiles. That's how I started off, and that's how basically everybody has started off. I mean, deck profiles are just easy videos, they get views, and they're proven to work. Frankie Kwong asks, if you had to choose another color for Link monsters, what would it be? It would be yellow, because I think Links are kind of gay, so I wouldn't want to use red, like a badass color on Links. I want to save red for like an actual cool mechanic. LSSJ Gaming, YugiNoNo, the Jesus of Yu-Gi-Oh, my child. How did you develop your modern sense of editing? Well, I could go on and on about that for a long time, but mostly it's just practice. Cut your hair in celebration of 20K, fam. Okay guys, I hope I answered enough questions for you. Answering you guys' questions is fun. These videos are fun to make. If you guys want to see me make more and more content and you want to support the channel, once again, the link to my Patreon is down in the description. But yeah guys, keep dick slapping that like button and I'll keep making videos.
Subscribe.